The historical range of jaguars, particularly Panthera onca augusta, which is often referred to as the North American jaguar or the jaguar of the Pleistocene, extended far beyond their current range. Here's an overview of their historical distribution. Historical range overview. Southern United States, jaguars were present in the southern parts of the US, including Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, and possibly even into parts of California and southern Nevada. Central America. Their range extended through Mexico and Central America. South America. They continued through Colombia, Venezuela, Brazil, and as far south as Argentina. Specific North American range, Arizona. Jaguars were documented in this region, especially in the southern part of the state where suitable habitats like desert and semi-arid environments existed. New Mexico and Texas. These areas also had historical records of jaguar presence. They likely occupied the lower elevations and river valleys where water and prey were available. Northern range limit. While jaguars have been found historically as far north as the southern US, there is limited evidence suggesting they may have reached into the southern parts of what is now the United States, including possibly parts of southern California and southern Nevada. Pleistocene distribution. During the Pleistocene epoch, jaguars, Panthera onca augusta, had a more extensive range in North America. Fossil evidence suggests they roamed throughout much of what is now the United States and Canada, including areas like southern Canada. Fossil records, particularly in places like southern Alberta and British Columbia, indicate that jaguars were present during the Ice Age. These were likely cool temperate forest and grassland environments. Great Plains. Jaguars inhabited parts of the Great Plains which provided suitable habitat and prey. Extinction and range reduction. Late Pleistocene to Holocene. As climate changed and human populations expanded, jaguar populations in North America declined. The loss of habitat, prey, and increasing human conflict led to their extirpation from the northern parts of their range. Current range. Today, jaguars are primarily found in Central and South America, with occasional sightings in the northern parts of their historic range. Rewilding considerations, habitat connectivity. For successful rewilding, it's essential to restore and connect habitats that resemble the historical range of jaguars. Prey and habitat. Restoration. Ensure that the ecosystems can support a viable population of jaguars, including adequate prey and suitable environmental conditions. Understanding the historical range of Panthera onca augusta helps in planning conservation strategies and rewilding efforts to restore these majestic predators to their former habitats in North America. The jaguar is a powerful symbol of the wild. This majestic cat with its distinctive spotted coat is a vital part of healthy ecosystems. Jaguars are apex predators sitting atop the food chain. Their presence regulates prey populations, preventing any one species from becoming too dominant. In a rewilding scenario where jaguars are reintroduced to North America, particularly from Arizona to Canada, their diet would consist of a variety of prey species. Jaguars are apex predators and opportunistic hunters, known for their powerful bite and ability to hunt a wide range of animals. Here's what they would likely hunt. 1. Large mammals. Deer. White-tailed deer, Odocoileus virginianus, common throughout much of North America, particularly in forested and edge habitats. Mule deer, Odocoileus hemionus, found in the western US and Canada, especially in desert, forest and mountainous regions. Elk, Cervus canadensis, found in forested and mountainous areas, especially in the northern parts of the jaguar's potential range. Moose, Alces alces, in the more northern parts of their range, jaguars could target moose, especially younger or weaker individuals. 1. Medium-sized mammals, peccaries, Thyasuridae. In the southern parts of their range, for example Arizona, jaguars would hunt peccaries, which are pig-like ungulates. Beavers, Castor canadensis, found in wetlands and riverine systems. Beavers could be a significant part of the jaguar's diet, particularly in northern areas. Raccoons, Procyon lota. Common in a variety of habitats, raccoons could be an easy prey item for jaguars. 1. Small mammals and other animals. Rodents, larger rodents such as capybaras, in areas where they might be present through reintroduction, or large ground squirrels would be hunted. Hares and rabbits. Species like jackrabbits and cottontail rabbits would be commonly hunted in open and semi-open habitats. Porcupines, Erythizon dorsatum. Although challenging due to their quills, jaguars are capable of hunting porcupines. 1. Birds and reptiles, wild turkeys, Meleagris galopavo. In forested regions, jaguars might prey on ground-nesting birds like wild turkeys. Waterfowl. In wetlands, they might hunt ducks and other waterfowl. Reptiles. Jaguars are also known to hunt reptiles, including snakes and smaller alligators or caimans where they exist. 1. Livestock in human-dominated areas. Cattle and sheep. If jaguars are reintroduced into areas with agricultural activities, they may occasionally prey on livestock, leading to potential human-wildlife conflicts that would need to be managed. 1. Scavenging carrion. Jaguars are also known to scavenge when opportunities arise, feeding on carcasses left by other predators or those that have died naturally. 1. Fish in aquatic habitats. Large fish. In riparian and wetland areas, jaguars might hunt fish, particularly in environments where water sources are plentiful. Key considerations for rewilding: prey abundance. Successful rewilding requires ensuring that the prey populations are robust enough to support a jaguar population. Habitat suitability. Suitable habitats must include a variety of ecosystems, forests, wetlands, grasslands that can support diverse prey species. Human-wildlife conflict. Mitigation. Strategies like securing livestock and using non-lethal deterrents are essential to reduce conflicts. By carefully managing these factors, jaguars could be reintroduced in a way that restores their ecological role as apex predators in North America. Jaguars could potentially hunt bison as part of their diet in a rewilding scenario in North America. Here's how bison could fit into their prey spectrum. Bison as prey for jaguar species. American bison, bison. The primary species of bison in North America, historically roaming across vast grasslands, prairies, and some forested areas. Feasibility of hunting bison: size and strength. Bison are large and powerful animals with adult males weighing up to 2,000 pounds, 900 kilograms or more. This makes them challenging prey even for a powerful predator like the jaguar. Targeting vulnerable individuals. Jaguars would likely focus on younger bison calves, elderly individuals, or those that are sick or injured, as these would be easier to bring down compared to fully healthy adult bison. Hunting technique. Jaguars are ambush predators, known for their powerful bite, which they use to crush the skulls or spines of their prey. They could potentially use this technique to take down smaller or vulnerable bison, particularly by targeting the neck or base of the skull. Ecological impact. Predator-prey dynamics. Introducing jaguars that hunt bison could help regulate bison populations, preventing overgrazing in certain areas and contributing to the overall health of the ecosystem. Scavenging opportunities. Even if jaguars do not frequently hunt adult bison, they could scavenge from bison carcasses, particularly those that have died from natural causes or other predators. Wild horses, mustangs, species. The term mustangs refers to free-roaming horses in North America, descended from domesticated horses brought by Europeans. Habitat. Wild horses are typically found in the western United States, particularly in open plains, deserts and grasslands. Feasibility as prey. Hunting. Strategy. Jaguars, being powerful ambush predators, could potentially hunt wild horses, particularly foals or weaker, older individuals. Challenges. Adult wild horses are large and fast, which might make them challenging prey. However, jaguars could target young or vulnerable horses, especially when other prey is scarce. Ecological impact. Predation by jaguars could help control wild horse populations, which can sometimes become overabundant, leading to overgrazing and habitat degradation. Wild donkeys, burros, species. Wild donkeys, also known as burros, are descended from domesticated donkeys that have returned to the wild. Habitat. Like wild horses, burros are commonly found in arid and semi-arid regions of the western United States, particularly in deserts and scrublands. Feasibility as prey. Hunting strategy. Jaguars could target wild donkeys, especially the young, old or injured. Burros, being smaller and slower than horses, might be easier prey for jaguars. Challenges. Donkeys are known for their strong defensive behavior, often kicking or biting when threatened. Jaguars would need to use their stealth and power to overcome these defenses. Ecological impact. Predation on burrows by jaguars could help manage their populations, which can sometimes become invasive and compete with native species for resources. Wild boar, Sus scrofa. Species. Wild boars are an invasive species in many parts of North America, descended from domesticated pigs and Eurasian wild boars. Habitat. Wild boars are highly adaptable and can be found in a variety of habitats, including forests, swamps, grasslands, and agricultural areas. Feasibility as prey. Hunting strategy. Wild boars would be a prime target for jaguars due to their abundance and size. Jaguars could use their powerful bite to crush the skulls or necks of wild boars, similar to how they hunt peccaries in their native range. Challenges. Wild boars can be aggressive and dangerous, particularly adult males with large tusks. However, jaguars' strength and stealth would make them effective hunters of wild boar. Ecological impact. Jaguars preying on wild boars could provide significant ecological benefits, as wild boars are known to cause extensive damage to ecosystems through rooting and foraging, and they compete with native wildlife. Ecological and management considerations. Population control. Predation by jaguars could serve as a natural means of controlling populations of these species, particularly wild boars, which are invasive and cause ecological harm. Biodiversity. By controlling populations of wild horses, burros and boars, jaguars could help maintain a balance in ecosystems, allowing native plants and animals to thrive. Without apex predators like the jaguar, prey animals can overgrow. This can lead to habitat degradation and loss of biodiversity. Jaguars prevent this by keeping herbivore numbers in check. Their presence fosters a more diverse and resilient ecosystem. Jaguars are known for their adaptability. They thrive in a variety of habitats, from rainforests to grasslands to deserts. Their reintroduction to North America could bring balance to a range of ecosystems. The jaguar, as a keystone species, has the potential to restore harmony to the land. Jaguar coalitions, social behavior. Traditionally, jaguars, Panthera onca, were believed to be solitary creatures coming together only for mating or for mothers to rear their young. However, recent research indicates that under certain circumstances, male jaguars can form cooperative groups known as coalitions. Formation of coalitions. These coalitions often consist of 2 or more male jaguars. Research shows that these males may Benefits of coalition. Hunting efficiency. By working together, male jaguars could potentially take down larger prey or be more effective hunters overall. Territorial advantage. A coalition might be better equipped to defend a larger territory or to fend off rival males. Mating opportunities. Cooperation could also increase their chances of securing mates, as males in coalitions might have a competitive edge over solitary males. Ecological and evolutionary implications. Adaptation to environmental pressures. The formation of coalitions might be an adaptive response to environmental pressures, prey availability, habitat fragmentation, or human-induced changes in habitat. Social structures. This discovery adds a new dimension to our understanding of jaguar social structures and behavior. It suggests that, like some other big cats, for example lions, jaguars may exhibit flexible social behaviors depending on environmental and ecological factors. The reintroduction of jaguars to North America will inevitably lead to encounters with other large predators. Rewilding jaguars in North America would introduce a new dynamic among the region's existing apex predators and mesopredators, including wolves, cougars, black bears, grizzly bears, and coyotes. Understanding how jaguars might interact with these species is essential for successful rewilding efforts. Wolves, Canis lupus. Habitat overlap. Wolves primarily inhabit forests, tundra and grasslands which could overlap with potential jaguar habitats. Competition. Wolves are pack hunters, usually targeting medium to large prey like deer, elk and sometimes bison. Jaguars, being solitary ambush predators, would likely compete with wolves for similar prey, but their hunting methods differ. Interactions: jaguars might avoid direct confrontations with wolf packs, as wolves have the advantage in numbers. However, jaguars could occasionally displace wolves from kills, especially if hunting alone or in small groups. Cougars, puma concolor, habitat overlap. Cougars have a wide range and occupy various habitats, from mountains to forests and deserts, many of which could also be suitable for jaguars. Competition. Jaguars and cougars are similar in size and hunting style, both being solitary and ambush predators. They would likely compete for the same prey, such as deer and smaller mammals. Interactions. Jaguars, being slightly larger and more powerful, might dominate cougars in direct encounters. However, cougars are highly adaptable and could shift their range or prey preference to avoid jaguar competition. Black bears, Ursus americanus. Habitat. Overlap. Black bears are found in forests and mountainous areas, habitats that jaguars might also occupy. Competition. Black bears are omnivorous and opportunistic, feeding on a wide range of foods including plants, fruits, insects and small mammals. There would be some overlap in diet, particularly in scavenging situations. Interactions: jaguars and black bears might encounter each other at carrion sites. Black bears, being smaller and less aggressive than grizzlies, might be more easily intimidated by a jaguar. However, black bears could avoid confrontation by climbing trees or retreating. Grizzly bears, Ursus arctos horribilis, habitat overlap. Grizzly bears are found in forested and alpine regions, primarily in the northern Rockies, which could overlap with jaguar rewilding areas. Competition. Grizzlies are also omnivores but focus on larger prey and have a significant overlap with jaguars in terms of diet, particularly with large mammals like deer and elk. Interactions. Jaguars would likely avoid direct confrontations with grizzly bears due to the latter's size and strength. Grizzlies are dominant over most other predators and could displace jaguars from kills, especially if food resources are scarce. Coyotes, Canis latrans, habitat overlap. Coyotes are highly adaptable and are found in nearly every habitat across North America, including areas that jaguars might inhabit. Competition. Coyotes primarily hunt small mammals, birds, and occasionally scavenge larger carcasses. While there would be some overlap, particularly in scavenging, coyotes are more likely to be preyed upon by jaguars than to compete directly. Interactions. Jaguars might prey on coyotes when the opportunity arises, especially if the coyote is scavenging a kill. Coyotes are highly adaptable and could avoid areas where jaguars are. Restoration of trophic cascades. Jaguars, as apex predators, would help restore trophic cascades where their presence regulates the populations of herbivores and mesopredators. This regulation can lead to healthier ecosystems, reducing overgrazing and allowing vegetation to recover, which in turn supports a more diverse array of species. Biodiversity conservation. By preying on species like wild boars, wild horses and other invasive or overabundant animals, jaguars could help control populations that might otherwise threaten native plant and animal species. This can enhance biodiversity and prevent ecosystem degradation. Habitat connectivity. Reintroducing jaguars would require the protection and restoration of large, connected habitats, which would benefit many other species as well. This could lead to the creation of wildlife corridors that support a wide range of animals, promoting genetic diversity and resilience to environmental changes. Pest and disease control. By preying on species that are reservoirs for diseases, such as wild boars, which can carry diseases like brucellosis and swine fever, jaguars could indirectly help control the spread of these diseases to livestock and other wildlife. Cultural and educational benefits. Cultural significance. Jaguars hold cultural and spiritual significance for many indigenous peoples in the Americas. Reintroducing jaguars could help revive cultural practices and traditions related to these iconic animals, fostering a deeper connection between people and nature. Ecotourism. Jaguars are charismatic megafauna, and their presence could boost ecotourism, drawing visitors interested in wildlife watching and contributing to local economies. This could create new opportunities for sustainable tourism and conservation funding. Educational opportunities. The rewilding of jaguars could serve as a powerful educational tool, raising awareness about conservation, the importance of apex predators, and the need to protect large, connected habitats. It could inspire people to engage in conservation efforts and learn more about their natural environment. Socio-economic benefits. Job creation. Rewilding efforts would likely create jobs in conservation, wildlife management, research and ecotourism. Local communities could benefit economically from increased tourism and conservation-related activities. Sustainable land management. The presence of jaguars could encourage sustainable land management practices such as the protection of forests and wetlands, which provide ecosystem services like water purification, carbon sequestration and soil stabilization. Conflict mitigation. Although reintroducing jaguars could lead to some human-wildlife conflicts, it could also spur the development of innovative conflict mitigation strategies, such as improved livestock management practices and the use of wildlife corridors, which could benefit broader conservation efforts. Climate resilience, carbon sequestration. Healthy ecosystems, particularly forests and wetlands, are important carbon sinks. By helping maintain the balance of these ecosystems, jaguars could indirectly contribute to climate change mitigation efforts. Ecosystem resilience. Apex predators like jaguars help maintain the resilience of ecosystems by keeping prey populations in check, preventing overgrazing and allowing vegetation to thrive. This resilience is crucial for ecosystems to adapt to and recover from climate-related disturbances. Ethical and moral considerations. Reparative justice. Reintroducing jaguars could be seen as a form of reparative justice, addressing the historical impacts of habitat destruction and species extirpation caused by human activity. It represents a commitment to restoring ecosystems to a more natural state where native species can thrive. Challenges to consider. While the benefits of rewilding jaguars are significant, there are challenges that need to be carefully managed, including potential human-wildlife conflicts, ensuring adequate habitat protection, and securing long-term funding and support for rewilding programs. Overall, rewilding North America with jaguars could have transformative effects on ecosystems, local communities, and broader conservation efforts, contributing to a more balanced and sustainable environment. Section 5. A coat for all seasons, the adaptable jaguar. While jaguars are typically associated with tropical climates, they are remarkably adaptable creatures. Their historical range extended into the colder regions of North America, demonstrating their ability to survive in a variety of environments. Jaguars have a thick coat that provides insulation against the cold. They are also known to seek shelter in caves and dense vegetation during harsh weather. Their ability to adapt to different climates makes them suitable candidates for reintroduction into a variety of habitats. Furthermore, jaguars are intelligent and resourceful hunters. They can adjust their hunting strategies based on prey availability and environmental conditions. Their adaptability and resilience make them well suited for rewilding efforts in North America. Section 6. A new home for the spotted hunter. Rewilding jaguars in North America involves reintroducing them into areas where they historically ranged but have been extirpated. Here's a look at where jaguars could be reintroduced or encouraged to recolonize historical range. Southwestern United States. Jaguars once roamed much of the southwestern United States, including parts of Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, and possibly as far north as southern Colorado and even California. Their range extended into the Sonoran and Chihuahuan deserts, as well as mountainous regions with forested areas. Northern Mexico, particularly the states of Sonora and Chihuahua, was a stronghold for jaguars. The rugged terrain and dense forests provided ideal habitats. Great Plains and beyond. Fossil evidence suggests that jaguars once ranged across the Great Plains and potentially even into parts of the Midwest, as far north as the central United States and possibly southern Canada during certain periods. Potential rewilding sites. Arizona and New Mexico. The border regions of southern Arizona and New Mexico are prime candidates for rewilding efforts. The nearby Mexican state of Sonora already has a small population of jaguars, and these areas have suitable habitats that could support jaguars if they were reintroduced or allowed to naturally recolonize. Sky Islands region. This area, which includes mountain ranges that rise like islands from the surrounding desert, provides a mix of habitats ideal for jaguars, including dense forests and water sources. Texas, the Big Bend region in western Texas, with its rugged terrain and proximity to Mexico, could be another area for jaguar rewilding. This region has vast, remote areas with sufficient prey and cover. Florida, although not part of the jaguar's historical range, Florida's swamps and forests, particularly in the Everglades, have been considered by some as a potential rewilding site, given the similarities to the jaguar's habitat in Central America. However, this would be a more experimental approach. Other western states, certain parts of California, Colorado, and Utah, have also been considered in discussions about jaguar rewilding due to their mountainous terrain and forested areas, although this would likely require significant habitat restoration and connectivity efforts. Considerations for rewilding habitat connectivity. Successful rewilding would require creating wildlife corridors that connect large, protected areas to facilitate jaguar movement and genetic exchange. This might involve cross-border conservation efforts between the US and Mexico. Human-wildlife conflict. Rewilding jaguars in areas with human populations and livestock would require careful management to minimize conflicts. Strategies might include compensation programs for livestock losses, education campaigns, and the use of non-lethal deterrents. Prey availability. Ensuring that there is a stable population of prey species, such as deer, peccaries, wild boar, and potentially bison, is crucial for the success of rewilding efforts. Legal and political support. Rewilding jaguars would need strong legal protection and support from local communities, governments, and conservation organizations. This could include expanding protected areas and enforcing laws against poaching. Current status, natural recolonization. In recent years, male jaguars have occasionally been spotted in southern Arizona and New Mexico, having crossed the border from Mexico. These sightings suggest that jaguars could naturally recolonize parts of their former range if conditions are favorable. Rewilding proposals. Various conservation groups have proposed more formal rewilding efforts, which could involve translocating jaguars from other areas where they are more abundant, such as Mexico or Central America, into suitable habitats in the United States. Jaguars in Yellowstone National Park? Rewilding jaguars in Yellowstone National Park would be a bold and transformative conservation initiative. Here's how such a reintroduction could work and the potential impacts. Historical context, range of jaguars. Historically, jaguars, Panthera onca, roamed a vast range that extended into the southwestern United States, including parts of Arizona, New Mexico, and possibly even further north. However, they have been extirpated from most of this range due to habitat loss and hunting. Rewilding efforts. Reintroducing jaguars into areas like Yellowstone would be an attempt to restore part of their historical range, contributing to the restoration of ecosystems where apex predators have been lost. Ecological benefits. Restoring trophic cascades. Jaguars, as apex predators, would help regulate populations of large herbivores and mesopredators in Yellowstone, similar to the role wolves play. This could lead to a more balanced ecosystem and promote biodiversity. Prey species. In Yellowstone, jaguars could potentially prey on species such as elk, deer, bison, and even smaller predators like coyotes. They might also hunt invasive species such as wild boars, helping control populations that can disrupt local ecosystems. Competition and coexistence. The presence of jaguars would add a new dynamic to the existing predator community in Yellowstone, which includes wolves, grizzly bears, and cougars. The interaction between these species could lead to new ecological balances and behaviors. Challenges and considerations. Habitat suitability. Yellowstone's environment, with its forests, grasslands, and river systems, could potentially support jaguars. But careful assessment would be needed to determine if the park provides enough prey and suitable habitat for long-term survival. Human-wildlife conflict. Introducing jaguars into a park visited by millions of people each year could raise concerns about human-wildlife conflict. Education, proper management and mitigation strategies would be essential to address these concerns. Genetic diversity. The success of a rewilding program would depend on introducing enough jaguars to maintain genetic diversity and a healthy, self-sustaining population. Climate adaptation. Jaguars are typically associated with warmer climates, so their ability to adapt to the colder, temperate climate of Yellowstone would need to be carefully considered. Conservation impacts species. Restoration, reintroducing jaguars to Yellowstone would be a significant step in restoring a keystone species to its former range, contributing to broader efforts to conserve jaguars across the Americas. Symbolic and educational value. The presence of jaguars in Yellowstone could serve as a powerful symbol of conservation and rewilding, inspiring further efforts to restore other species and ecosystems. Biodiversity boost. By controlling prey populations and influencing the behavior of other predators, jaguars could indirectly contribute to the overall biodiversity of the park, enhancing its ecological richness. Broader implications. Rewilding movement. The reintroduction of jaguars to Yellowstone could serve as a model for other rewilding projects, showing how large carnivores can be reintroduced into protected areas and how this can benefit ecosystems. Ecosystem services. A healthy jaguar population could enhance ecosystem services in Yellowstone, such as regulating prey populations, which could prevent overgrazing and promote healthier vegetation and watershed conditions. Section 7. A Wilder Future. Embracing the rewilding dream. Rewilding North America with jaguars is a bold vision. It's a vision of a wilder, more balanced future for the continent. The potential benefits are immense. Jaguars can help restore ecosystems, regulate prey populations, and enhance biodiversity. Imagine a future where the echoing calls of jaguars once again grace the canyons and forests of North America. It's a future where the intricate web of life is restored, where nature's balance is regained. Rewilding is about hope, about restoring what we have lost, and about creating a wilder, more vibrant planet for generations to come. Let us embrace the rewilding dream, a dream of a wilder, more balanced future for North America. Let us work together to restore the jaguar to its rightful place in the ecosystem, and in doing so, create a legacy of conservation for generations to come.